What's up, everybody? My name's Danny Ferrari.
My name's Parker Ament.
And we are Excellent Sound, and we are back with a super awesome tutorial for you guys today. We're going to be going over the modern Skrillex vocal chops today, right?
Yeah, not old Skrillex,
Not
dude.
2012 vocal chop Skrillex.
Double album Skrillex.
Yes.
With a little emo swoop.
With a swoop and a porcupine that's
Yeah, and
sad
some
and
blood
lonely.
and shit on there, dude. That was crazy.
Don't get close to me. What does it say?
Don't touch my spikes.
I could hurt you.
I got blood on my spikes.
But I'm really cute. We're super excited about our brand new pack, Gorilla, that's coming out on March 15th for the early access.
Yep.
We have all of the info in the description down below. You can click the link and you can find out more about how you can get tons of bonuses. What else, Parker?
Yes, remember, there's only 1,000 copies to be given. So join that early access to be able to get all of the bonuses. We're giving away Ableton project files. We're giving away Serum presets, crazy samples, and we're doing a giveaway. So if you guys want to learn more, just hit that description down below and join up for the early access.
All the information is in that link in the download description below. We got a rack for you guys, a cool little vocal chop rack.
Yep.
I think it's really, really cool. And we're going to go over some of the techniques that we've kind of been studying about what he's been doing lately.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's jump into it.
Let's do it.
What I've noticed with Skrillex's vocal chops as of late, right?
Yeah.
Is if you notice a lot of the songs that he's been doing that has vocal chops in them, they don't sound like they're English, right? And I have a theory as to why that is, okay? I think the reason why is because he's using different languages to create vocal chops, so different styles of music. So, for instance, in the brand new track Zina, right? Is she singing Farsi? What is she singing?
I think it's like Punjabi. I think it's
I
from
don't mean to be
India or
rude.
Pakistan or something.
Something like that. I'm sorry if that's offensive, but I don't know what language it is, okay?
No, it's not offensive.
What's interesting about that is that when you hear like a different language talk, they're using different parts of their voice, of their vocal cords. Like if you speak English and you try to say like a word in Spanish, even like rolling your R or something like that, it doesn't come naturally. So my theory is that if you use different language vocal chops, you're going to get some different style vowel sounds. They have different vowels.
Yeah.
They have different pronunciations. And I think that's what's like one key component of it, which is making it sound a little bit more new, original, and fresh.
Yeah, there's also like melodies that you're not used to hearing, you
and
know?
Scales.
The scales are all crazy. There's also like quarter tone music, which is like in between the half steps.
Yeah.
Which is really, really crazy. And I think he uses a lot of that and he's influenced by that a lot.
We're going to mess around with some of that today. I mean, he's using Deluxian scales. Am I right, Kian? Minor, major, seventh, pentatonics.
Dixolydian.
You know? Doxolydian, chromosonic. Yeah, all that scales. You guys know. We know, obviously.
I think Fortet has a lot to do with it too, man.
You think so?
I never see Skrillex in America ever. He's always in some crazy island.
But does Fortet really know what he's doing? Is he just fucking around and hitting stupid notes?
No, I think he knows. I think he knows, bro. He's
He's
a legend.
He's
dude.
like a genius?
Yes, he's a genius. He's a legend.
Shout out Fortet.
Yeah. So I think he's influenced a lot about that. And like he teaches Sonny all of the weird stuff. Avant-garde.
Yeah. Cool. So we got a couple acapellas we pulled in here. We have the acapella from Zina we might use. And then we also have this cool acapella. We're just going to do some K-pop, I guess, right? This is like a K-pop acapella.
Blackpink, baby.
We also have a melody we're using from our Gorilla pack. And some of the best stuff in the pack is like the loops, the melody loops and the drum loops. So we're going to open up some of that. But yeah, we kind of have this little part right here. What's it like to be a porcupine?
Blackpink, baby.
When you're so sad
And emo.
and you don't know your dad. I don't know my dad. I'm so fucking sad. I'm a porcupine. Don't come close. I'll poke you in the fucking nose. Bleeding out like a hose. I got hose.
Don't you know?
Don't you know? Yeah, see, I mean, it's easy.
You know,
it's already
that's
done. A good tip if you're trying to do vocal chops, right? If you're trying to write them, is have a chord progression first. It could be really simple. It could be like a 4-bar chord progression. It could just be 4 notes on the piano. It helps so much when you're chopping up these vocals, right?
Yeah, and you always want to match the keys too. That's
Yes.
super important, you know?
So what I'm going to do...
There's some people that don't even know how to chop.
They don't even know how to chop. Let's
You
show them
know?
how to chop. So I'm going to look for just kind of vowels. That little ass one right there. Sometimes I'm just going to grab some notes and let's see what happens. Let's grab this one over here. I don't even care. It's in the same key, so it should sound good. All right, there's something kind of cool. There's like a little idea. Come. She's saying come?
Yeah, she is, dude.
Dope. All right, let's pitch these up 12. This is sick right here. This little idea that just happened. I mean, the point is not to really nail a vocal chop right now for you guys. We just kind of want to show you some techniques to help you. I could sit here and Parker could sit here and spend all day going through these and finding the perfect thing. The point is to show you the technique, okay? So it's going to be okay. Sometimes like a heavy amp can sound really cool on some of these. I'm going to turn it down though. Apparently this is an old Skrillex trick. I don't know if this is true or not, but essentially you get a clean amp and you just turn everything up. Let's get some reverb on here. Cut some of the dirt lows out. All right, so once you get like a chop idea, essentially the next best thing to do is to use something called auto pan, okay? So if you don't have auto pan, you can use LFO tool. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn that all the way up. I'm gonna turn the phase all the way up so it's just going like this. Essentially it's creating an LFO, right? Now we got to get the rate to be right. So I'm going to set this to 16ths. Now my magic number for this is 270. I kind of like it right there.
So the offset is where the LFO is starting.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. Yeah, the offset is where the LFO starts. Okay, so if I move it back down to here, you can start it here. But I kind of like it at 270. I feel like that's like a good little... You could change the shape too. And then you could change around these rates too. So this is a big thing. You can adjust the amount if you want. Or even if you want to do a really cool sort of fast sort of shape, this kind of works too. You want to change your offset to like be at the beginning, essentially just make it like more of like a pluck.
This is literally what every producer is doing right now. Skrillex started it, and then every producer ran with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The perky vocal auto pan chop, dude.
I mean, you could do it, I guess, in beats mode, but this kind of works a little bit better and cleaner.
It's more there's more control.
Right. And then another thing, too, is we got this great rack I'm going to pull up for you. Let's use the rap part as an example. Sick. Okay, cool. Let's take that. Should we get a beat on this? Maybe like a little trap beat?
Yeah, dude.
Let's pull out one of the Gorilla, maybe like a loop or something. What do you think about that, Parks?
Bro, let's throw it in there, dude.
All right, we're getting in some drum loops.
We're teasing you guys, all right? We're just doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Little tippage.
Oh.
That's already sick.
Loop that shit.
This little rack right here is essentially using the same concept as we showed you before by using the auto pan. But in this case, the auto pan is doing more of a sharper sort of shape, like a triangle shape, right? But you could change that too if you wanted to. You could change this to like, you know, a sine shape. I love this rack. This rack. We've put on just like regular vocals before too.
Dude, it changes your life, dude, when you just throw it on. So another thing that Skrillex does a lot is he adds a vocoder to his distorted like vocals. A strategy that he uses is he actually makes it dirty and filtered with a vocoder.
Right.
So when you throw it on, see how bright it is? And then you put it on. It gives it more of like the vocoder sound, but more importantly, it's more like down sampled. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that has to do with kind of the bands. So the bands help a lot, and then also the formants. It's really interesting how he uses like the vocoder in that way as more of like a filter instead of like getting that vocoder sound. You know what I'm saying? I also have a feeling that he uses vocoders on his drums.
There's some kind of characteristics that he does that I don't know what it is. There's like a specific, it might be a vocoder. It might be worth trying.
Yeah.
But it sounds so cool with the auto pan because if it was just by itself, it would just kind of sound kind of weird and a little dirty. But the auto pan like cleans it up. It sharpens it in a way.
Totally. Yeah. Let's listen to it like that. The rack really helps it come out, you know? So I really love that. And I think what he does too is he downsamples his
with like
vocals.
A Big Crush?
No, like kind of how like 40 does with Drake with his beats, where he downsamples it from like 96 to like 44 to 32 to just give it that like really like broken sound in a way. You know
okay.
what I'm saying? And I like to do that with the Good Hurts. I think it's called Lossy. Go check out Lossy. It's super sick. 32, 44, 1, 48, 96, and it slowly down samples. It's really, really sick.
So it makes it sound like kind of worse quality in a way?
For example, 40 Shabazz, dude. I think his last name's Shabazz. For Drake,
Yeah.
the reason he down samples is to cut all of the highs so Drake's vocal comes through.
Oh, so it's more like undercooked.
It's like undercooked kind of.
Interesting, yeah.
And so I think Skrillex does that kind of with his drums with the vocoder. That's how I was trying to.
That'd be interesting
to
try to
loop
mess
it back
with it.
in like that. Yeah.
Yeah, to mess with that in a video or something.
I have Lossy on my computer, so maybe we can do a whole video on that.
Yeah.
So the vocoder is super sick for that. A lot of people sleep on just using it as the modulator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then also you could mess with the depth. The depth is really sick too.
Depth.
That's kind of the down sampley vibe. Getting more hip hop now instead of like the Skrillex, but that's kind of what he does in like the hyper pop shit.
Yeah, you know, you can also add your own like MIDI notes. Maybe you could show them that, how you can add your own like chords and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good one. What is that, peen? Why does it say peen, dude?
No, sick though. Who named it that, dude? Who would have named it peen?
I don't know, dude. That's awesome, though. Okay, so the other thing that you can do with a vocoder is you can route a chord progression into the vocal. So the way that you do that is you have Serum or another synth open. You go to your vocoder, and right over here, you pick the carrier as external, and then you choose your audio input. So I'm going to choose 48 Serum, type in 48, boom, there it is. Enter. Now, and then turn this back. Okay, cool. So now we got it, everything routed.
Try doing it on a. Is there a sine wave, or is it on the plucky or the sine wave?
Yeah.
Shape?
You read my mind. So yeah, of course you could change the wavetable. I like sine waves, and I also like square waves for vocoder. Let's try changing the shape. I like to mess with the offset while it's playing, so you could hear the groove. You know?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Try the sine wave.
Oh, the sine?
Yeah, and then turn it like all the way up, the amount.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, so don't sleep on the Ableton vocoder, dude.
Yeah.
That's like super huge.
It's crazy with just adding just a cool chord progression. Like it sounds like almost like Mumbai Power. I mean, we've remade a lot of this stuff, and this is like a lot of the techniques that we've used to do it. And even like some of the vocal chops that are in Gorilla. Maybe we can show them that, and they can kind of hear some of the.
Should we tease them a little bit?
Give them a little cock tease.
All right, let's cock tease them.
Or badge tease.
Vatease?
Vatease.
A little vatease right
A little
there?
patise or vatease, whatever. Take your choice. I mean, that's how we made a lot of these sort of vocal chop loops. There's like vocal melody loops. Yeah.
There's the plucky one.
Do the show them the vocal. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one's sick. Super sick.
Some of them are like more like vocal chordy. Like you can hear some of the, like this.
These are so sick.
This is the technique that you just showed, like this. Oh.
Yeah, and then even if you were to add like some of these lows. Give it a little bit more body, you know?
Uh-huh.
The vocoder thing is like, it's a weird balance, man. You can add some more voices too.
Yeah.
And yeah, and sometimes you could even add like another oscillator. It gets kind of like muddy. I like stacking a square wave on there, doing 4, and then really centering the D-tune, and then messing with the blend a little bit. And then I like to usually add like a hyper dimension too, just to get a little bit of spread, you know? A lot of people forget, like, mess with the carrier, you know? Mess with the synth a little bit. This is kind of like my little go-to for that kind of stuff. So it's really good on rhythmic vocals. Sometimes like the sustainy stuff is really good too, because when you chop it up with the rack, it really cuts it up really nice, you know, and you can just guide it.
Maybe even like putting like auto pan on the chords might be cool. Sounds cool with both.
Yeah, it really brightens it up too.
Yeah, so you could do a ton of really, really cool stuff. I think it's just like trying to get weird with it using some of these tools that we've shown you guys.
All of this stuff is Ableton stock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't need anything crazy to be doing all of this stuff. It's really cool.
So hopefully you guys learned something from this. Again, if you guys want to get some of these sounds that we've been talking about, showing up what's in Gorilla, we haven't even opened up, we've opened up a tiny bit of it. You know, we're talking.
Just showing a little bit more.
A little bit more. You're going to find out more about the presets and the samples coming up in the next week. But make sure you guys click that link in the description to make sure you sign up for that early access. Again, there are only going to be 1,000 copies available to those who are on the early access.
Just be sure to go sign up in the description.
Look for our emails. We'll be sending you updates. And obviously, if you guys want to get this cool little vocal chop rack thing, we got that in the download description below.
I think there's only 4 weeks left, dude, right?
I can't count, bro.
It's less than 4 weeks.
It's coming. And a lot of people have signed up, which is super exciting.
What is it, the 15th today? The 17th?
Who knows?
The
dude.
18th.
22nd.
Got less than 4 weeks to sign up.
Yeah, less than 4 weeks, guys.
Holy crap.
Get on there. We promise you that you're going to be very, very happy with it. We got more announcements for it coming soon. Just stay tuned and we'll let you guys know what we got going on.
Thank you guys for watching.
Should we play this little thing out?
Yeah, play it out, dude.
We did this cool little...